All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are about underway. SSG and Samsung here on the rubber match. Both of them have their Korean aces on the mound. Kim Kwon-hyun for SSG, and then Won Tae-in on the home side. He'll start out on the bump. SSG took yesterday's game in 11 innings, 3-1, and then Samsung won Tuesday's game. So this is again the rubber match. Defensively, still no Kim Gi-chan, so Kim Sung-yoon out in center field for Samsung. Kang Mino obviously behind the plates, and then the rest of it is pretty much the same old same old. For SSG, the lineup keeps changing around. We'll see. They still are missing their number one bat, Che Jung, who again in the preseason went down with a hamstring injury. So we'll see what happens with him. Won Tae-in on the mound. Won Tae-in this year, 2 games, 12 innings, a 1.5 ERA, 1-0, 293 OPS against. Doesn't walk a lot, doesn't strike out a whole lot. I mean, he's still going to get his 4 or 5 strikeouts per game. But the main thing, doesn't walk very many. 9 strikeouts in 12 innings, only one walk. Then against or last year he had good numbers, 366 against SSG. Though he did not have good numbers. 468 ERA in 4 games. He was 2-1 against them. 15 Ks, 8 walks. Also gave up 3 home runs. So the main thing for him is he pitches much, much, much better at home. Last year, 365 ERA, 15 games, he was 10-2. So that means he was 5-4 on the road. So first pitch is underway, and that is a strike on the outside corner, and it's 0-1. Che Ji-hoon on steps in. He's 292 on the season with one solo shot for the center fielder. And the 0-1 pitch way outside, 1-1. So SSG is really surprising this year. I had them picked to finish in ninth on the season. Obviously, it's still early, but here comes the 1-1 pitch, and that's in there for a strike at the top of the zone, and it's 1-2. So last year they missed the playoffs, lost in game 145 to KT. And I don't really know how they got that much better, besides getting older, as that is just going to miss outside, and it's 2-2. So SSG, one of the older teams in the league, in his career against Wantain, 364 for Che Ji-hoon, but he does have one strikeout, and here comes the 2-2. That's going to be popped up. That might be trouble as Gujaok and goes into the little, I don't know what they call that, the lion zone or something like that. I don't know. Right now, right at the field view seats is what I would call them in the states, where the front row is sitting eye level with the field. I've not sat there. Important to note, just in case you are wondering, Samsung's dugout is on the third base side, and that is going to be popped up, but that will get out of play. There is a lot of foul territory in the infield foul territory. The outfield foul territory does not have very much room, so foul balls easily can be caught by the infielders or the catcher, but the outfield does not have much room over there in the foul territory. Oh, here comes the 2-2 once again, and that's going to be chopped foul the other way. 7 pitches already here for Won Tae-in. Very similar to yesterday's game where James Nail ended up throwing 7 pitches or 8 pitches to Wong Sung Bin, the center fielder for Lotte. All right, here comes the 2-2 once again, and another foul ball. That's what you want from your starting or your number one spot in the lineup. Even if they don't get on, having him go up there and throw 20 pitches in the first inning is always a good thing. So here we go, pitch number 9. And we'll have another foul ball. And the umpire's like, please, man, give me some new balls. I'm running low here. Yeah. Once again, another 2-2 and another foul ball. Gets out of play again. Couple rows deep into the cheer section over there. 10 pitches. Wantain. Welcome, Alan. Alan hanging out in the old horizontal today? Wow. All right, here comes the 2-2 pitch again, and that's going to be another foul. 11 pitches so far, and the first batter. Game may not ever end. And even if he doesn't get on base, I 100% say this would be considered a successful. I have two streams. I have horizontal stream and a vertical stream. That is back to Wantain. He jumps, catches, throws over, and that will be one away on the comebacker. But that was a bit of a battle, ladies and gentlemen. 12 pitches there to the leadoff batter, and never even got to a full count. So I have two streams. I have the horizontal stream, which is what you're in now. That you can see everything. Uh, the chat is over on the left, and then you have the everything else on the actual cover in the stadium, and that's in there for strike at the bottom of the zone, and it's on one. So Triple J, Jung Jun J steps in, 186 on the season from the second baseman. Yeah, there's two chats. There are two. Is that's going to be a chopper right back to the third baseman who was playing way in on the grass, and that will be two away. Man, I have to say Samsung. That would be my guess, just because again they're home, and while Kim Kong Hyun has pitched well this season, I think Wantain is a better pitcher. And again, Samsung is made to play in Daegu. Outside of Daegu, not so much. All right, Heredia, first pitch fouls that one away, and it's 0-1. At this point in the season, these two teams are fairly even matched. Right, here comes the 0-1 pitch. And that chops that one foul, and it's 0-2. We'll see. We got a right-handed batter. We got a right-handed pitcher. We've got an 0-2 count, ladies and gentlemen. Juan Tayin throws a slider 26% of the time. Will he throw one here into the other batter's box? And here goes the 0-2 fastball in the other batter's box. And it's 1-2. Got to throw that 0-2 pitch into the other batter's box. I have never, ever, ever understood this. Why it's an automatic thing. All right, to the 1-2 pitch, runs it in, and that's fouled away, and another foul ball. Plenty of souvenirs for those in attendance today in Daegu. They must be shaking it with the foul balls. All right, once again, a 1-2 pitch sets up on the inside and catches him looking at the curveball as he'll go down, staring at it. One strikeout for Juan Tayin, and why is this not? There we go. But quite a few pitches in that first inning. We'll go to the bottom of the first. It's 0-0. 1-2-3, but that was a very, very, very long 1-2-3 inning. 19 pitches. 19 pitches in that inning. 13 pitches. 13 pitches to the first batter. Yeah, I don't know how you do it, man. I don't know how you work in like a not even just a different city, but a different like major city. Because Daegu is what the fourth largest city in the country. All right. Yeah, they got Jake Logue on the mound, I think. So SSG Kim Won Hyun on the mound again. He has pitched way better this year. 2.87 ERA in his 3 games. He's 1-1, but he's only thrown 15.2 innings. So he's only averaging right at 5 innings, 5.1 innings per game, and he's already having problems with his pitch com as he's shaking his head. Yeah, it definitely helps out, but man, it's got to be awful. So last year was the worst year of his career, 4.93 ERA. He was 12-10. Against Samsung, not much better, 4.30 ERA, 3 games. In Daegu, even worse though. In Daegu, you know, ERA of 5. He was 1-1 in 2 games. Only pitched 9 innings in those 2 games, as that is outside ball one. Yeah, I don't know. That's your stuff. You'll get like you get advertisements in between innings, and the 1-1 is going to be fouled away 1-2. Yeah, I don't control the advertisements in the vertical. I only control them in the horizontal. EJ Hyun steps in at 294 on the season for the shortstop, and that is in the dirt, and it's 2-2. And time is called. Says wait for the batter to get ready, and all right, here we go. The 2-2 pitch sets up right down the middle, and he misses badly. And ladies and gentlemen, we've got a full count. 3-2, our first one of the day. First batter for Samsung, first full count. And the 3-2 is popped up. That might be trouble, as that is going to be right at the wall and catches it right there. One away. All the way right up against the wall. Yeah, it's just like a regular TV program or whatever, where in between each innings there'll be an advertisement pops up. You don't get them every inning, I don't think. I think you get them maybe once or twice or 3 times. I don't know. But here, Yuji Huck steps in, 3-11, and that first pitch is way outside, and it's 1-0. Oh, Kim Won Yun, slider is his main pitch, 42% of the time, 134. Then a fastball, 144, is that just breaks in there for a strike on the inside corner, and it's 1-1. Then that was the curveball, 115 on his curveball, and then his changeup, 17% of the time, also at 132. So he does have 5 pitches, but those are his top 4. As that curveball misses low, and it's 2-1. Yeah, the ads help pay for my internet, I guess, as that is upstairs, and it's 3-1. So both hitters for Samsung have now seen a 3-ball count, and here it comes 3-1. Is that is going to be a ground ball? Third baseman grabs it, throws across, and at 2 away. He's like 6'4", 6'5". Old Dejan Jesus. 193, which is what? 6'5", 6'4"? All right. Kim Young Un steps in and fouls that one away, and it's 0-1. Lefty lefty matchup. This is what Kim Kwon Hyun really wants, as Kim Young Un does struggle against lefties. And the 0-1 in the dirts as the umpire jumps out of the way, scared for his life. And here comes the 1-1 pitch. Sets up way down at the bottom of the zone, and he swings and misses at the curveball. Beautiful curveball. Started up at the top of the zone, broke down below the zone, and he swung and missed badly. All right, to the 1-2 pitch. Way outside as he tried to throw it through the catcher, but ended up throwing it in the other batter's box. And it's 2-2. And a swing and a miss at a pitch in the other batter's box. And both pitchers will end their first innings with strikeouts, and both teams go 1-2-3. We'll go to the second inning. It's 0-0 everything. I have no idea what you're talking about. That's Cave. Then he just came up today. All right, we've got the top of the second. Hanu Som will lead things off for SSG. Legend Lion uniforms. I think those are what those are. Dad drinking a beer. Adult beverage. A couple Samsung or SSG or Samsung fans stuck in with the SSG fans. It looks like. All right, Hanu Som will get his first pitch, and it misses outside. Wantain and 19 pitches in that first inning. Again, led by that 13 pitch at bat by Cheji Hoon to start the inning, as that's also just misses upstairs. All right, the 2-0 pitch, and that also misses upstairs, and quickly 3 balls here. He's not missing by much, just a very, very small percentage. His career, Han Yu Sum is 321 against Wantain, and that one is right down the middle. And the 3-1 swing and a miss, and a full count now. First full count of the day for SSG. Tomorrow I'm doing the Hanwha Kium because it should be Ryuhan Jin versus Puig. And the 3-2 is way upstairs, but he swings and fouls it off, and it's 3-2 once again. Yeah. Hyunjin versus Puig. I got to do that game. All right. The 3-2 pitch is going to be ripped foul, and he is struggling against these first hitters. Che Ji-hoon, 12 pitches in his at bat. We're getting ready for pitch number 8 here against Han Yu Song. And that is going to be a single into right field. And they'll have the first hit of the game, the first base runner. And there goes the perfect game and the no hitter all on one swing. Right. Go Myung Jun, the first baseman, steps in. He's hitting 257 on the season. He really has to just perform this year. He's at the point now where he's in his career, as that's a big swing and a miss, where he has to perform. He's had a couple years. He hasn't developed yet. This is his chance. He is the first baseman for SSG, and he's got to do the dirty work. And the 0-1 is fouled away, and it's 0-2. Right, here we go. The 0-2 pitch sets up on the outside. Right-handed pitcher, right-handed batter, and throws it in the other batter's box, just like you predicted, ladies and gentlemen. Just like you predicted. Yesterday, a tying home run in the seventh, and then a game-winning sacrifice fly, as that is low, and it's now 2-2. Game winning sacrifice in the 11th inning. Big day yesterday for the young first baseman. 2-2 sets up on the outside corner. And he lifts that one into the gap. Right fielder giving chase, but is not able to haul it down. Hanyu Som will head to third base. And he has got himself a double to put runners on second and third with nobody out. 2 straight hits, and SSG is threatening early. Oops. There's nobody on Samsung. I always forget which side I'm supposed to be using here. There we go. No, that's not right. There we go. Got too much stuff going on, I think. All right, E.G. Young steps in. He's hitting 200 on the season, hitting 440 in his career against Won Tae-in, and that is in there for a strike, and it's 0-1. So went from an 0-2 count, wasted a pitch off of the plates, and then he ends up getting a double off of it. He's having himself a series. He's hitting 500. He's 4 for 8 in the series with a home run. And the 0-1 pitch stands up to throw it, and it goes up at his head, but he lays off, and it's 1-1 now. 34 pitches already for Won Tae-in as he is struggling here in the second inning. And sets up on the outside. Gonna ground that to the second baseman. Not gonna be able to come home with it, and that will be a 4-3 RBI ground out as SSG takes the early lead. On the ground out. One away, and you still got a runner over at third base. That's going to bring up Pak Sung Han, the shortstop, and looks at ball one low. 278 on the season for the shortstop. Does have one home run. 1-0 fouls that away into the netting, and it's 1-1. 19 pitches in the first inning, 18 pitches already here in the seconds. Pitch number 19 coming up as he's got to throw it. And the 1-1 pitch. Outside at 2-1. Pak Sung Han, the left-hander, so he can pull one to the second baseman, and another run should score. Go Myung Jun is not the fleet of foot as that misses outside, and now it's 3-1. Juan Tayin really struggling with command today. Is right now he's at 39 pitches and 27 for strikes, so he's thrown 12 balls already. Comes the 3-1 swing and a miss at a pitch right at the bottom of the zone and runs the count full. Right. 3-2 sets up right at the belt. It's going to be a ground ball to the second baseman, but he's playing in on the grass and he's going to be able to make the play. Look back the guy at third, and that will be 2 outs. A very unproductive out there. Exactly what Juan Tayin wanted is Yuji Yuck was on the grass already and it hit him right to him. Zero chance for anybody to move off the bag there. So that's going to bring up Otaegun. I always want to say Otaegun because of Kim Tae-gun and Kim Tae-gyun. As that is in there for a strike on the outside, and it's 0-1. We'll take on 240 on the season. Does have one huge home run for them playing left field today. He'll play left and a little first base, I believe, also. All right, the 0-1, and that is going to be lifted, but third baseman under it, and that will end the inning. SSG does get one run on a single, a double, and an RBI groundouts will go to the bottom of the second. It's 1-0 SSG. All about them productive outs. If I'm Juan Tayin, I have to be kind of happy that I only gave up one run in that inning, considering I gave up a single and a double. I had runners on second and third with 0 people out. So the fact that I only gave up one run in that inning would probably make me feel all right. Why is there a commercial that's speaking French in Korea? It's like LG's like not having another one of those days. Yeah. All right, bottom of the second. Kang Min Ho will lead things off for the Samsung. Again, they went 1-2-3 in the first inning. 16 pitches for Kim Kwan Hyun in that first inning. Wonder what is going on. Why are we waiting here? Hmm. All right. Kong Min Ho steps in, hitting 377 on the season, and first pitch is grounded foul, and it's 0-1. Gotta love 377 from your 35-year-old catcher. No home runs yet, though. He had a big season last year, back behind the plates. And the 0-1 pitch, that's a chopped foul, and it's 0-2 as he's way out in front of it, but is able to foul it off. And almost hits him in the foots. 1-2. Woo, 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 woo. Dun, dun. 1-2, swing and a miss, and that will be one away as his second strikeout of the day. I'll be here until May. And Diaz steps in, looks at strike one at the very, very top of the zone, and it's 0-1. Diaz hitting 259 on the season. Does have four long balls, though, as that's a swing and a miss at a pitch in the other batter's box. And it's 0-2. A big slider gets the left-hander swinging at it. And that's right back up the middle as Pak Sung Han grabs it and spins and throws. Pak Sung Han running up the middle, fields it on the second base side of the bag, spins around and throws out Diaz at first. Pak Sung Han, probably the best defensive shortstop in the KBO. Oh, 2 outs now, and that's going to bring up the left fielder, Gujauk. Oh, first pitch is a strike, and it's 0-1. Oh, Gujauk struggling on the season, down to 140 as he looks at strike two right down the middle. Gujauk normally is the number 3 hitter for Samsung, but they've had to move him down in the lineup just because he can't produce this year. Here comes the 0-2. Way outside. 1-2. Barely even registers on the K zone on your screen. That was so far wide. And the 1-2 gets him swinging, didn't he? No, they say he didn't go. Ooh. Have to check the replay on that, ladies and gentlemen. Come on now, give me my replay. Give me my replay. No? Okay, never mind then. All right, here we go. The 2-2 pitch sets up right at the ankles as doesn't chase it, and it's now 3-2. For a full count, another one. 2 full counts now on the day for Samsung. Got an 0-2 count, and now he's sitting here at a 3-2 count. And the 3-2 pitch, that's going to be ripped into the corner as that's going to land fair. Roll into the corner. Gujauk is round in second. He may go to third. Nope, he's going to hang out at second. Maybe if he was doesn't seem like he was running that hard, but he'll have himself a 2-out double The first hit of the day for Samsung. It was hard hit. It landed in and it rolled into the corner and kind of just stopped. He kept looking back and slowed down at second base. I'm pretty sure he would have been able to make it a third. All right, that's going to bring up Pak Byung Ho, the DH. You know, when the DH is hitting in the seventh spot, that's not a good thing. 196 on the season, but he has 5 home runs. And that is low. So twice now in this game, you've had guys that have gone down 0-2 and they've hit doubles. He has 1 home run against Kim Kwon Hyun. That was back in July 16th of 2013. And the 1-0 swing and a miss on the curveball, and it's 1-1. Young. He is hitting 220 on against him in his career, though. Baby trying to get a better look back behind the plate as that just misses the top of the zone. Try to get a curveball to break in just at the top of the zone, trying to change his eyesight a bit. We'll see if he goes with the slider down and in now. And he sets up inside, and what does he throw? The slider down and in, but he misses, and it's 3-1. All right, the 3-1 pitch. Gujauk over at second base, and the pitch pops him up as the Park Ji-won in the foul territory, and that will be 3 away. Sorry. We'll go to the third inning. It's 1-0 SSG. His struggles on the season continue, ladies and gentlemen. They did get their first hit finally. They did get their first hits. Both teams have now left a base runner on. 17 pitches that inning leaves Kim Kwon Hyun at 33 on the day, but 43 for Won Tae-in, 31 for strikes. So 12 balls. He has not had his best stuff today. SSG will have their number 9-1-2 hitters coming up to lead off the third inning as they are trying to get into the Samsung bullpen. Anybody can get into the Samsung bullpen. They are feeling good about themselves. As far as bullpen ERAs go, Samsung right in the middle, 458s. SSG at the top of the league, and that's part of the reason why they are sitting where they are. As far as whip goes, right there together, 134 for Samsung, 138 whip for the SSG bullpen. Should be right here, top of the third inning. In Park Ji-won leading things off, the third baseman, hitting below the Mendoza line on the season. He had a really hot start last year in his rookie year and then just fizzled out badly. Here we go. 167 on the season and swing and a miss there on a beautiful, beautiful pitch on the inside corner. So hitting 167 on the season with a 379 OPS, ladies and gentlemen. Only in the league, or only in the lineup because of the Chae-jung hamstring issue. As that is going to be a liner past the second baseman. And just like that, we talk about his batting and he comes through. They've got the leadoff batter on base with another leadoff single. Second straight inning, they've had the leadoff batter on with a single. That flips the lineup back over to Cheji Hoon. He won 3 ground out in his first at bat, but it was a 12 pitch at bat. It kind of set everything in motion for the way this game is going for Samsung and Won Tae-in. 286 on the season for the SSG center fielder. And that's a beautiful curveball dropping into the zone, and it's 0-1. And the 0-1, and that's going to be just foul. Just foul. All right, here comes the 0-2 pitch. Way up in the zone, but he fouls it away on ball number 1. Won Tae-in has got to be thinking, man, this guy just does not swing and miss. And checks over on the runner. He's easily slides back in. Right, the 0-2 pitch. And he pops it up. Third baseman Kim Young-un giving chase, but it'll hit off the top of the dugout and it'll join another ball that seems to be sitting up there. And it's still 0-2. All right, here we go. Once again, the 0-2 pitch. Sets up, puts it down on the dirt, but he doesn't chase it, and it's 1-2. Yeah, I did. Well, I just looked. I saw it was 0-4 with the bases loaded. Yeah, the guy that they have starting, I don't know why he's starting, honestly. I don't know. And here comes the 1-2 pitch. And that's going to be a ground ball into right field. And just like last inning, they've got 2 hits to start the inning, and they've got runners on first and second with nobody out. As they are just finding holes, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, Samsung bullpen is going to have to get ready. As Won Tae-in already at 51 pitches on the day with no outs. Junjun Jae, a 5-3 grounded in his first at bat. He is tough to double up. He has got plenty of speed. I assume they're going to be bunting here because why not bunt when you got a 1-run lead and, first and second with nobody outs. And he does drop the bunt down. They have to go to first. And that will be a sacrifice. They'll both move up 1 base. And they'll have 2 runners in scoring position now with 1 out. Just like you drew it up in the 1980s, ladies and gentlemen. You've got runners at second and third now with Heredia stepping in. He struck out looking in his first at bats. And the first pitch is outside. Ball 1-0. Last inning, they had runners at second and third with nobody outs. Now they've got runners at second and third with 1 out. They've got the middle infielders in. The third baseman's kind of holding them close a little bit as he fouls that away, and it's 1-1 now. First baseman, third baseman playing even with the bag. Second baseman, shortstop in on the grass. Try to come home and get one out. Try to stop SSG from doubling their lead. And here comes the 1-1 pitch. Sets up inside. He back picks him over at third, but he's in there safely, and was a ball, a 2-1 pitch, probably designed to be an up and in pitch to work on the back pick. And here we go, the 2-1 pitch. And a swing and a miss as that curveball drops out of the bottom of the zone, and it's 2-2. Fontaine needs a big strikeout here. No, that was a changeup, looks like. Drop that much? All right, the 2-2 pitch. Sets up on the outside corner. Doesn't chase it, and it's 3-2. Third full count of the day for SSG. These pitch counts are climbing. Hitting 400 on the season with runners in scoring position is the today's DH for SSG Heredia. Comes the 3-2 and lifts that one. That's going foul. A very, very, very long replay the at bat. Good 7-8 feet foul. All right, here we go. Already the 3-2 pitch from Juan Tahin sets up on the inside corner, and he doesn't chase it, and that's going to load the bases. First or walk of the day, I believe. That's going to bring up Han Yu-sum. Han Yu-sum singled in his first at-bats. Juan Tahin was really hoping to get him to chase there. And the mound visit here. Again, already 59 pitches here. Bases loaded, only one out. You have the cleanup hitter coming up. So, Han Yu-sum against Juan Tahin in his career. He's 345 with 3 home runs. I heard, yeah, I saw that too, but I heard I heard the same thing about like a week ago. But I mean, they have to because he has been very, very bad. And here comes the 0-1 pitch. Misses outside, 1-1. Well, welcome. I mean, he's not just bad offensively. He's been bad on the bases when he finally does get on. He's been bad on defense. And the 1-1 is that misses, and it's 2-1. They're probably out talking to Peraza. And the 2-1, a swing on and miss, and it's 2-2. He's trying to get a strikeout to get himself helped in this inning. And here comes the 2-2 pitch in the dirt, and another full count, second full count of the day for Han Yu-sum. Second straight full count. Well, that's because, yeah, It most likely is true. And I heard it a couple of days ago, though. A swing and a miss at a pitch at his shoes, and a big strike out there for Wantane makes it two away, and he is one out away from leaving the bases loaded here. Chases ball four and an RBI. And Go Myung Jun steps in, fouls that away. All right. Pitch number 67 coming up, ladies and gentlemen, which everybody knows what that means. It's going to be a strike. 3 for 7 in this series. He's got one home run. He's got a double today. Stranded over at third base, though, just last inning. And here comes the 0-1 pitch. Pops it foul. Like I said, it's going to be a strike. 0-2 now. He had an 0-2 count on him to start the last game or last inning, and he ended up putting a double, roping a double. All right, the 0-2 pitch sets up on the inside. They're not going to waste it as that catches them staring at it. Again, I don't know why this doesn't happen more. They're expecting that way outside, and he strikes out two to leave the bases loaded. SSG's left four on. We'll go to the bottom of the third. It's 1-0 SSG. Bases loaded and one out. Leave three on. But Wantane is really looking like he's not going to make it through 5 innings. 68 pitches now. 19 in the first, 24 in the second, 25 in that inning, 68 pitches. SSG now 0 for 5 with runners on in scoring position. LG is putting the beat into Kium early. Already 5-0 LG in the top of the third. If he still have the bases loaded and just one out. All right, Kim Guan-hyun steps in, or steps up onto the mound. He's going to face Kim Hun Gon. I think I spelled that wrong. I always spell his name wrong every single time. And the first pitch is in there for a strike. And his name is now correct. I don't need to apologize anymore. All right, the 0-1 pitch to the right fielder, and he's going to chop that one. That's going to be trouble. He picks it up. The pitcher picks it up and air mails it to the fence, and he should be on there. That should be an infield single. He's on base nonetheless. Kim Guan-hyun taking that is a little suspect. I'm not sure why he took it, as it was a in between third and the pitcher's mound. He could have, the third baseman would have been charging in, but he took it, planted, turned, and fired, but airmailed it over the first baseman's head. It's a good thing they have pretty high netting there, because otherwise that would have been into the stands and in somebody's nachos. So I'll wait for the official ruling. It should be an infield hit. Yep, it'll go down as an infield hit. All right, Kim Sung Yoon steps in 393 on the season, and he drops a bunt down, but he hits it into his foot. Yeah. Fouled it into his foot, and so it'll be a foul ball right into himself. All right, the 0-1. And the 0-1, and that's going to be chopped. Oh, just foul as Go Myung Jun makes a great jumping stop as a ball that was about to go over his head, but he makes the play in foul territory, and it's 0-2 now. He pretty he used the bag to be able to jump as high, a little cushion jump. And so we'll have an 0-2 count now. Kim Sung Yoon, lefty versus lefty matchup. And here comes the 0-2 pitch. Fouls that away, and it stays 0-2. They need a big inning here for Samsung. Down here with the bottom of the order, you got some lefties up there versus Kim Kwon Hyun, who's been getting kind of comfortable. He's been having plenty of time to rest over in the dugout as SSG's innings have been long. But again, the base is loaded with one out, and they can't score any runs. So here comes the 0-2, and he slaps that one foul, and it stays 0-2. All right, and once again, the 0-2 pitch, and it checks over at first. Mungon with the big captain on his under his 73 different advertisements. I think they're the only team that says captain and not just a C as he checks over, and they pick him off, and he is going to be out. Oh, yeah, he started leaning hard. He flinched and then had to go. All right, now we've got an 0-2 count with one out, and that is outside. 1-2 now. Seen so many pickoffs this year, and he says throw it in the dirt. He does, and it's 2-2. And I know the batter has to be able to hear the catcher pounding his glove on the ground. Like a student of mine tapping his foot on the floor. All right, the 1-2 pitch. I don't know why it's 2-2, 3-2. The score bug is not correct. Is my score bug incorrect? Maybe it is. And he pops that one up, and that's going to be under. It is Che Ji Hoon, and just like that's 2 away. Oops, wrong button. We'll flip the lineup back around as EJ Hyun will step in. You stop him with bases loaded and 1 out. You get an infield single, and then immediately get picked off. And EJ Hyun looks at ball one. And the 0-1 is this is almost hits his foot again, and that's going to be a 2-0. And the 2-0 swing and miss it, ball three, and it's 2-1 now. And that's low, 3-1. And 3-1 is fouled away, and that runs the counts full. He had a full count in his first at bats, but popped up in foul territory to Han Yu Sum. And he'll have another 3-2 count here. And swing and a miss, and that'll be 3 away. Third strikeout of the day. We'll go to the fourth inning. It's 1-0 SSG. Oh, nothing is frustrating as watching people get picked off. Well, elsewhere around the league, catch you up here a third of the way through our game. Hanwha and Doosan are locked in a battle of the goose eggs. Hanwha 3 hits and a walk. Doosan 2. Lotte is up 6-0 in the fourth inning for them, and LG's up 6-0 in just the top of the fourth for them. Surprisingly, QM's starter is still out there. NC's taking a 2-0 lead, and they're in the top of the fifth already against KT. And then obviously here we have the 1-0 game in the top of the fourth. SG ahead. SSG will have their number 6 hitter leading off the inning. Juan Tain is still out there. Again, 68 pitches so far. That 69 is not correct. I accidentally hit the button the last inning. Please forgive me. That one is correct. Eugene Young finally steps into the batter's box again. The catcher, 194 on the season. A RBI ground out in his first at bat, and he looks at ball one, and it's 1-0. Oh, I hit the button. I didn't need to hit the button. I'm sorry. We'll fix it here. I won't hit the button on this one. Hands up. And the 1-0, and that is upstairs 2-0. But I do have to hit the all button. The 2-0 pitch run just catches the inside corner, and it's 2-1 now. And Eugene Young, a 4-3 ground outs RBI in back in the second inning. As SSG started the inning with first and second and third, and nobody out. As that's going to be a ground ball inside the baseline, and that is going to be a double from the catcher as he struts into a second base with a leadoff double. They've had the leadoff runner on in the last 3 innings. This time he is standing over at second base. And once again, Wantain is in trouble here. Oh, they're going to replay this one. Chair is moving on its own. Ooh. Landed foul, but did it go over the base? It looked like it might have gone over the base in fair territory, but landed foul. I didn't see if it hit before. It might. This might be a foul. Yep, fair ball. Landed fair or foul, but it hit fair, and then over the base, it was in fair. So there we go. We've got a runner on second base. The fifth hit of the day for SSG. 2 in the second inning, 2 in the third inning, and a leadoff double here. The leadoff batters for every inning have been an absolute nightmare for Wantain, as that is ball one on the outside, and it's 1-0. Oh, Pak Sung Han 4-3 ground out in his first at bat. He's 0 for 1, leaving a base runner over at third. Again, SSG's 0 for 5 so far on the day with runners in scoring position. And the 1-0 misses low, and it's 2-0. All right, 2-0 pitch. And that's in there for a strike, and it's 2-1 now. Nice little curveball, 131 on the old gun. Maybe that was his slider. It's tough to tell quite with the angles, as here comes the 2-1, and that's going to be a ground ball. Shortstop grabs it and throws. That is one away. Big out there as he grounded in front of the runner, so he wasn't able to go, and keeps him at second base. They are now 0 for 6 with runners in scoring position. He didn't even look him back. Right, so now that's going to bring up Otegon. Otegon popped up to the third baseman in his first at bat and looks at ball one there, way inside, and it's 1-0. 231 on the season for the left fielder. Sets up on the outside. And that's going to be a ground ball. Second baseman grabs it, throws, and that's going to be 2 away. He does move the base runner up 90 feet, so he'll be 90 feet away from the 2-run lead. But already we've got 2 outs, and the number 9 hitter coming up. Wantain now 78 pitches. He's thrown 10 pitches so far in this inning. He needs this inning to end here if he's got a shot to go any deeper into the game. Pak Chi Hwan, 1 for 1 on the day. He singled in his last at bat, his only at bat. He looks at ball one there. just last inning. He led off last inning with a single and was stranded over at third base after a single and a walk moved him over. And here comes the 1-0 pitch. And he pops that one, but out of play. Thank you, thank you, thank you, whoever's doing that. And it's 1-1. Fontaine with a big New Balance glove. Talk you on. A very interesting routine here for SSG. And the 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss. Thank you, whoever's doing that in the other one. His routine is very interesting. So he does this. So he like swings the bat and then touches his helmets like this. As that is way outside at 2-2. You get a bat. All I got is like fake little plastic Hanwha bats, and I don't want to use those. Very interesting. All right, here comes the 2-2 pitch. Runner over at third base. Sets up on the outside and fouls that away. And it's Wantain wants out of this inning badly as he's grunting as he's throwing the ball. The mics at the game are picking them up. And the 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss, and he strikes him out. His fourth strikeout of the day, and another huge one. Struck out two with the bases loaded last inning, and strikes out one with the one run 90 feet away. We will go to the bottom of the fourth. It's 1-0 SSG. Big strikeouts today for Wantain. Another 0 for 3 day, or 0 for 3 with runners in scoring position. They are now 0 for 8 so far in this game with runners on scoring position. Wantain throws 16 pitches that inning. He's at 84, so he'll be able to come back out for the fifth inning. I have to think as long as he doesn't run into any troubles, he'll be able to finish the fifth. But that'll be probably it for him. LG threatening more. They got the bases loaded again. They're in the fourth inning, and everybody is batted 3 times already for LG. Yeah, put up a couple spots there. Yeah, I don't know why that guy was. All right, Kim Guan-hyun back out on the mound. 50 pitches through 3 innings. He will face the number 2 hitter, or Yuji Hyuk. Yuji Hyuk looks at strike one at the top of the zone, and it's 0-1. 304 on the season for the second baseman and utility infielder as that misses outside, and it's 1-1. 5-3 ground out in his first at bats, and that is low, and it's 2-1. Kim Guan-hyun has got to be like, come on, guys, why can you not score some runs here? And the 2-1 that catches the outside corner, and it's a 2-2 now. Kim Guan-hyun is a guy that does pitch really fast. He works very quickly. And foul or lines that's right past the third baseman, but foul. tried to make a diving catch. It looked like it almost went off the tip of his glove, but foul territory, and we'll have another 2-2 count. Sets up right at the dirt, and that's going to be a chopper, but foul down the first base side. Eugene Young is very, very active back behind the plate. He is moving everywhere, down to one knee, the other leg way out to the side. If a pitch gets by, he ain't going to get it. It's something I hate seeing is, and again, down to one knee, and he hits him. All right, they've got the leadoff batter on base for the second straight inning as Yuji Hyuk just took one into the back. A super, super slow breaking ball that forgot to break. And just like that, the tying run is now on base. So Kim Young-un 0 for 1 on the day. He struck out in his first at-bat back in the first inning. He's hitting .333 on the season, though. And first pitch is in there for a strike. 0-1. And Kim Kwon-hyun only 15 innings, 15.2 innings in his 3 starts. So he's only going about 50 innings, but he's throwing 90 to 100 pitches. 99 in his last inning or last outing, 91 before that, 99 before that. So 5.2 innings in his first game in the opening day, or not the opening day, but his first game, 99 pitches, 5.2 innings, and then since then 91 pitches in 5 innings and 99 pitches in 5 innings. So not getting through there very far, as that is right down the middle, and it's 0-2.
너무 감사합니다.
Thank you, thank you. That is the one I've been looking for, sir. Thank you, Dubs. And the 0-2 swing and tips it into the mitts, but that will be out number 1. The 4th strikeout of the day for Kim Kwon-hyun. The 2nd of the day for Kim Young-un. Needed a big strikeout there as Kang Min-ho now steps in. And Kim Young-un has plenty of power. He can tie the game up or put Samsung ahead, but he struggles to make contact on a consistent basis. The 1-0 pitch now coming into Kang Min-ho. Kang Min-ho struck out in his first at-bat. He's hitting down to 370 now on this young season. And the throw over to first. Eugene Young just like gets in this very super tiny squat position back behind the plate. And the 1-0, and that is ripped right at the third baseman, grabs it, throws back to first, but he is not able to pick him off, and the lineouts puts 2 away in the 4th inning here. Time to bunt. 1st and 3rd. All right, here we go. Diaz steps in, a swing and a miss there as that drops down below the zone, and it's 0-1. Diaz, a 6-3 ground out in his first at bat, hitting .254 on the season. I don't know what that is. A cheetah print arm sleeve? As that beautiful curveball drops in the top of the zone once again, and it's 0-2. right. So leadoff or hit by pitch is still standing over at first base. Is a strikeout and a line out is and an 0-2 count here to Diaz. Sets up on the outside and he checks over at first and he is easily back. Not the best move ever by Kim Guan-hyun. They did get the pickoff, but the pickoff was more based on the running ability and not so much the as that's going to be a swing and a miss. That's will be 3 away. They get the leadoff hit by pitch, but 2 strikeouts and a lineouts, and we'll go to the 5th inning. It's 1-0 SSG. Samsung looks lost against Kim Hwan-hyun. They do not look good. They are now 0 for 4 with runners on base. They've had 2 runners on base, and they've both been stranded. "15 pitches in that inning. It brings him to 65. He's sitting pretty. Hope they're up. Yeah, they're in the 6th inning. How many pitches has he thrown? 87? Yeah, sounds like about time. Doubles, please tell me you're kidding. Please tell me they did not just get a run on a double, little league double steal. All right, Juan Tayin back out on the mound, 84 pitches. He's had a couple, 3 real big strikeouts in his last 2 innings. All right, his steps in is a leadoff batter, Che Ji-hoon, and he looks at strike 1, and it's 0-1. No. He's seen 18 pitches so far today. He singled in his last at bat on 6 pitches. He grounded into a 1-3 to lead off the game, and that's in there for a strike also to lead off the game on the 12th pitch he saw. So 1 for 2, and here comes the 0-2 pitch in the dirt, and it's 1-2. All right, here comes the 1-2 pitch. Way outside at 2-2. And you have to look at 88 pitches now. He's gonna throw maybe 100. He threw 78 in his first, and then 83 in his second outing. He definitely had he had injury issues in the spring as that misses upstairs, and that's now a 3-2 counts. Leading off the 5th inning here. So the first inning, SSG did not get their leadoff batter on, but he saw 12 pitches. So it's just as efficient as getting a leadoff batter on, as that's a swing and a miss now. And there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Finally, a good start for Juan Tayin to an inning. 5th strikeout of the day for Juan Tayin. And here we go. Jung Jun Jae steps in. Looks at ball 1 low. 1-0, Jung Jun Jae, a sacrifice bunts, 1-4 sacrifice bunt that scored 0 runs, and then a 5-3 ground out in his first at bats. 0 for 1 on the day. Drops down the bunts right at the pitcher. He grabs it, he throws, and that is 1 away, 2 away. Bunt right back to the pitcher. Diaz needs to work on that footwork. He should be striding towards the ball. All right, that's going to bring up Heredia. Heredia 0 for 1 on the day. Walked in his last at bat. Looks at ball one there, and it's 1 0. So a walk in his last at bat, a strikeout looking to end the first inning. And the 1 0, and that's a big swing and a miss there. 1 and 1. He was not cheated on that swing. Definitely not cheated at all. All right, here comes the 1 1 pitch. And that's right back up the middle. And he grabs it, but he's not going to be able to make a play as EJ Hyun and Ryuji Hyuk uh, kind of collide back behind second base as both of them were going for the ball. Ryuji Hyuk uh, does make the play, but he isn't able to throw as he almost runs into Park Ji Hyun, or sorry, EJ Hyun. Horrible camera work. There we go. Can we get a better angle? That's going to bring up Hanyu Sum. Ready, finally got back to first base as he tried to run all the way to Dejan. Trainer came out. And he pulls up limp there. SSG loses him too. That is not good. He is DHing. All right, Hanyu Sum steps into the bag. He is 1 for 2 on the day. A single and a run scored in the second inning. He struck out in his last at bats. Looks at ball one there, 1 0. He's had 2 full counts already today. Seeing his plenty of pitches, getting his money's worth in this Thursday night's rubber match. And the 1 0 pitch sets up right down the middle, and that misses upstairs, and it's 2 0. And the 1 0 pitch. And chopped foul. 2 and 1. 98 pitches now for Are you saying they need to, or right on time, man? You're just here for the action. 98 pitches now for Juan Tain. This sets up for the 2-1 right down the middle, and that's going to be a ground ball into right field. And he's going to have himself a single for the second time today as Heredia heads over to third base. Kind of a very animated run over there as he seems to be struggling with a minor injury. His hands on his knees now. I don't know if he's going to be remaining in this game. Something is definitely up as he is slowly heading into the bases, grimacing in pain. Pitch number 100 of the day coming up for Juan Tain. Don't worry, ladies and gentlemen, I've got it ready. And a swing and a miss there. I finally figured out how to do it, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. I now have red numbers for 100 pitches, just like the big boys. What's up, Mary Kate? And here comes the pitch. And runs it way up and in, and it's 1-1 now. The production value of this stream is off the charts, ladies and gentlemen. Off the charts. And here comes the 1-1 pitch. Go Myung Jun, 1 for 2 on the day. Swing and a miss there. 1 and 2. Juan Tain once again has runners In scoring position, SSG 0 for 8 on the day with runners in scoring position. He is hoping to get another strikeout. He has three big strikeouts in the last 2 innings. And here comes the 1-2 pitch. Sets up on the inside and he pops him up. Diaz over towards the dugout and makes the catch. And once again, they will go hitless with runners in scoring position. We will go to the bottom of the fifth, and somehow, some way, it's only 1-0 as they have left 7 runners on base so far in today's game. That'll be it. That should be it for Juan Tain. I imagine any logical person would say that is 103 pitches, 19 in that inning. 19 pitches in the first, 24, 25, 16, and 19. Not a solid day for Juan Tain, but he is able to kind of, I would say, escape. As again, they left 7 runners on base. He buckled down and did what he needed to do whenever he had to, I guess. Leading off for Samsung will be. Yeah, but you got to remember Hanwha's bullpen has been pitching both the last 2 games too. Why? I said 0 outs. Thank you. All right. Kim Guan-hyun out on the mound once again for the 5th inning. He's only got 65 pitches through 4 innings, so he'll have Gu Jauk leading things off. Gu Jauk had a double in his first at bat back in the 2nd inning, and that misses way, way up. As so should be the final line on Juan Tain is 105 innings, 103 pitches, 68 for strikes, 7 hits. Is that also misses, and it's 2-0. 안녕하세요. 마구 던져. And the 2-0 pitch misses outside, 3-0. 인천에 있어요? All right, the 3-0 pitch to Gu Jauk sets up down at his knees, and he just catches the top of the zone, and it's 3-1. Gu Jauk up to 194 on the season now. As again, he has been struggling. Lots of offensive guys have been struggling this year. Swing and a miss there, and runs the count full. He had a full count in his first at bats. This is the 3rd full count of the day.
너무 감사합니다.
Thank you, CT55. I really got to change that. I got to get rid of that Hanwha uniform. And here comes the 3-2 pitch. Did he go around? He did not, and he will walk. They've got the leadoff runner on once again. He just throws the bat down. Have a mound visit here. 71 pitches for Kim Guan-hyun. Let's see how he's going to face Park Byung-ho. Again, Park Byung-ho, only 1 home run. It's like they're playing KT. Who's catching? Is Kim Gi? No, Yang E.G. is catching. All right. 71 pitches for Kim Guan-hyun. Apparently, there was 75 different conductor motions there. I wonder who was more surprised, the Hanwha staff or him, as that misses upstairs and it's 1-0. And Kim Guan-yun is struggles once he gets late. I don't only see it late in the games. Once he gets to the fifth inning, and that misses outside, and now it's 2-0. They have struggled mightily to score runs, and it may end up biting them here. All right, the 2-0 pitch coming up. Again, walked Gu Jauk and to lead off this inning, and that catches the bottom of the zone, and it's 2-1 now. I need more water. Hurry up, inning. Oh. All right, the 2-1 pitch. Chopped foul, and it's 2-2 now. Kim Guan-yun trying to lock in. What? They still have no outs? I know. I mean, I could just get up and go, but. And the 2-2 checks over at first. Easily in. I thought you were talking about there's no outs for Hanwha, and they've already scored 5 runs. I was like, what? All right, the 2-2 pitch. Park Myung-ho swinging the bats, and that's in the dirt. And another full count, second full count of this inning. Park Myung-ho not known for his ability to lay off pitches. It is gone. It is gone. That's what I got left. I can't even do the little Instagram model thing. Get it to focus there. And the 3-2 right down the middle, and he just looks at it. He's like, wow, that pitch was right down the middle. I should probably swing at a pitch right down the middle. Fastball right down the middle, and doesn't swing at it. That'll be strikeouts number 6. Why is the pitch clock already down to 6, 5, 4? Nope, there we go. I was like, why is the pitch clock so low? That was. I wonder if the pitch clock was set wrong because that seemed really, really quick. He's not upset. They steal another base. All right, here comes the 1-0. That's low. 2-0. So Kim Hun-gon steps in. He's got a 2-0 count here. He singled in his first at bat, but then was picked off. As they seem to be having troubles with PitchCom. Alan's gonna go watch some minor league baseball instead of watching the minor league professional team in Seoul. Is that's gonna be a chopper back to Kim Guan Yun. Could have gone to first or second, but he goes to first, and that's will be two away. I thought he was gonna go to first, but he didn't. Very, very surprised there. But two away now in the fifth inning here. Yeah, he had time. He definitely could have gone to second. All right, so now you've got a runner on seconds. You've got the number 9 hitter stepping in, Kim Sung Yoon. Over one pitch and it just touches the outside bottom corner, and it's 0-1. Flew out to center field in his first at bat, averaged down to 379. And here we go. The 0-1 pitch, low in the dirts, and 1-1. 81 pitches now for Kim Guan Yun. I know they would love to have him be able to go 6 innings, but at this point, do you chance it? He's 2 full counts in this game or this inning alone. All right, the 1-1 pitch goes to second base, and he throws it into center field, and that's going to be obstruction on the shortstop. I'm pretty sure because he tried to get up, but he ran the shortstop. He tried to get obstruction called on the shortstop, but because he was fielding the ball, they couldn't. And the 1-1, and that misses upstairs, 2-1. This game is just dragging on, ladies and gentlemen. They must have heard that I was out of water, and they're like, hey, let's make this guy suffer. All right, the 2-1 pitch. Outside, 3-1. Yeah, I know. All right, 3-1 sets up at the knees, and that's going to be a swing and a miss and another full count, third full count of this inning. I need to get a cooler for this studio room. That's what I need. Maybe that'll be my off-season purchase. All right, here comes the 3-2 pitch. And a chopped foul. Because why not? Why not, ladies and gentlemen? Why not? All right, the 3-2 pitch. That's going to be a ground ball. Second baseman grabs it, throws, and that will be the end of the fifth. We will take a little bit of a break as once again hitless with runners on base as they go are now 0 for 5 runners in scoring position. We'll take a break. I'll be back in just a second after I get some water. And you should too. All right, Kim Tae-hoon on the mound, 7 games, 7 innings, 1 win, 2 holds, 129 ERA. I'll get that changed for you. Clear out those Ks, and the first pitch is going to be a soft little bloop to Diaz, who catches it, and that's 1 away. One pitch, 1 out. That's efficient, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, first strike. Let me see if I can get this change. And that misses inside, and it's 1-1. Park Sung Han steps or now batting. Gets my sheet back, as that is going to be a little bloop into left field, and he's got himself a hit on the day. First hit of the day for him. 1 for 3 now, a 4-3 ground out, a 6-3 ground out, a big 6-3 ground out to last inning with the leadoff runner on second. Is again, their problem is not getting runners on base. Their problem is once they get runners on base, doing something. They've got to score a run against a. Well, actually, yesterday was what? They scored 1 run all day. Otegon steps in to bat, and he has 0 for 2 on the day as he lets that right back up the middle. And just like that, they've got runners on first and second with just 1 out. Yeah, I mean they only scored one run yesterday, so I was like, oh, they've got to score a run. But then I suddenly realized that they struggled yesterday to score. This is where they have been absolutely awful. Again, 0 for 9 on the day with runners in scoring position for SSG. Here comes the first pitch. That's going to be a ground ball. Steps on a third, throws across the mound, and that's will be a 5-3 inning ending double play. We will go to the bottom of the 6th as they are now even worse with runners in the scoring position. They ran another one. They've left 8 on. They're fine once they get runners on base. It's they are now 0 for 10 with runners in scoring position. That is not how you win games, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see if Kim Kwon-hyun comes back out. He's at 86 pitches. He did throw 21 pitches in the last inning there. Yeah, I mean, 6 pitches. So Samsung will have the top of the order coming up. EJ Hyun, Yoo Ji-hyuk, and Kim Young-woon. Samsung definitely hoping that they get rid of Kim Kwon-hyun. They would love to not face him anymore. That's 86 pitches, so yeah. All right. He is still out there. 86 pitches for Kim Kwon-hyun. He really hasn't had a lot of a lot of issues at all on it. He's only have, you know, Samsung only has 2 hits and 2 walks. They have had runners in scoring position, but they're 0 for 5 with runners in scoring. They're actually hitless with runners on base, as that's a strike at the top of the zone to EJ Hyun. EJ Hyun 0 for 2 on the day. He popped up into foul territory to the right fielder in his first at bat, and then struck out in his last at bats. Looks at a big, beautiful breaking curveball that just catches the bottom corner. Gonna have to watch some rookie ball or something, as that is in the dirt and it's 1-1, 1-2 now. Watch some high A level or something. West Michigan Whitecaps. All right. The 1-2 pitch, EJ Hyun needs to get on base to let the guys behind him try to tie this game. And the 1-2 pitch chops it foul, and it's gonna stay 1-2. Now you're at 90 pitches again. Kim Kwon-hyun, 95 pitches is 100 pitches, but yeah, below single A is Pirates professional baseball. Here comes the 1-2. Misses way up. He tried again, get that big breaking curveball to drop down in the top of the zone, but it's nowhere near, and it's 2-2 now. So Yuji Hyuk hit by a pitch in his last at bat. Oh, sorry, EJ Hyun is still up as he crushes that into the upper deck, but foul. I was thinking Yuji Hyuk was up because they were taking so long in between pitches. 92 pitches for Kim Kwon-hyun. Don't see him finishing this inning. And the 2-2 swing and a miss there. A big strikeout to start the inning. Is a 7th of the day and 1 away. All right, Yuji Hyuk steps in. He is 0 for 1 on the day. A 5-3 ground out in his first at bat, and then a hit by pitch in his last. And that's a strike at the top of the zone, and it's 0-1. 94 pitches now for the big left-hander, the former Cardinal. And 0-1. This is the top of the zone, 1-1. 146 on that fastball, which is over his season average. He averages 144 with his fastball. Oh, the 1-1 pitch. It breaks in, but that's going to be lifted into left field. Otegon under it. And just like that, 2 away. I need to get my red numbers ready for the old Kim Kwon-hyun. All right, Kim Young-un steps in and almost hits him, and it's ball 1, 1-0. Kim Young-un 0 for 2 on the day with 2 strikeouts. Probably better to let it hit him the way he's swinging the bats. And he chops out 1 foul, 1-1. 98 pitches. What has happened? All right, the 1-1 sets up at his shins, and he just catches the bottom of the zone. Pitch number 99. That is really strange. Hanwha's going to get 2 wins against 2 left-handed foreign starters. Not joking, it took them 7 months last year to do that. That's a swing and a miss as he strikes him out to end the 6th on his 100th pitch. There we go. Oh, wrong side. 100th pitch strikes him out. We'll go to the 7th inning. It's 1-0 SSG. I feel like 100 pitches, 14 in that inning. The amount of overs with runners in scoring position is just ridiculous right now, though. Again, so far SSG is 0 for 10 with runners in scoring position. Samsung is 0 for 5 with runners in scoring position, and they're 0 for 7 with runners on base. SSG does have 4 hits with runners on base, but they're all singles to move them into scoring position. They haven't been able to come up with the big knockout hits, basically, at this point. Let's see who So Bei-chan Sung will come in the pitch. Attempt to get this changed. Bei-chan Sung. Bei-chan Sung. All right. Here we go. We'll have the leadoff hitter on for as he almost hits him there. So 6 games, 4.2 innings, 2 holds, 193 batting average against, 476 OPS against. And the 1-0 misses low, 2-0. Bei-chan Sung, the rookie. A lot of people's pick to win Rookie of the Year is that is in there for strike 150 on the gun, and everybody's surprised and celebrates because he threw 150 miles an or 150. I would be celebrating there. 150 kilometers an hour. Because that's going to be right back at him. He jumps, it hits him, he tosses a hard underhand, and that's will be one away. Come out and check on him. Yeah, 150 miles an hour. I'm pretty sure he wouldn't be in the KBO. Let him throw one to make sure that he's able to throw. Said it hit his glove. I didn't see the replay. Yep, he seems to be fine. Gentleman is enjoying his chicken and chopsticks. Back behind there. That's a great restaurant name. Chicken and chopsticks. Man, I should go copyright that or trademark that right now. That should have been the name of my weekly show, Chicken and Chopsticks, not On Deck. All right, are we going to have a pitch now? All right, we are going to have a pitch. Kim Sung. We have a pinch hitter here. Kim Sung Hyun, 200 on the season. Jung Jun Jae is out. The fouls that away, and it's 0-2. And they just love seeing 150 kilometers an hour. It is like it's like seeing 104 miles an hour or 104 miles an hour in the MLB. It's all excited about it. He is a lefty, though. That is pretty hard coming from a lefty. He's also 18 years old. He'll turn 19. Oh, nope, he is 19. New Year's Day, baby. New Year's Day, baby. Is fouled away once again. Yeah, maybe they can get a team average up above Mendoza. And the 0-2 in the dirts, and that's 1-2 now. I brought backups of water because I knew this last 4 innings are going to take forever. And the 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss. He got fouled it into the thigh of Kang Min Ho, and we'll have another 1-2 pitch. Man, it's not like they've been going to the bullpen a lot. This is only the third pitcher for Samsung's bullpen, and they've started innings. It's just SSG has had so many base runners as that runs up and just misses the top of the zone. Probably would have been a strike last year, but not this year. Yeah, this game is so slow. Already 2 hours in, but we're only in the top of the seventh. And sorry, yeah, the top of the seventh. 2-2. It was him. It was him the whole time. Oh, it's not. It's not the bot. It's not the sixth. It's the seventh. And the 2-2 pitch fouls it away once again. 153 on the gun there. Smart move. Ground ball to shortstop, grabs it, the quick throw in time, and 2 away. And that'll bring up Heredia. It'll be interesting. Is Heredia going to get a at bats here? Because again, he was grimacing in pain as he was running around the bases in his last at bats. So he's 1 for 2 on the day with a strikeout look and a walk and then a single. We'll see. Nope, he is gonna bat. First pitch pops him up. That's gonna be trouble. Right fielder coming in and makes the catch right at the line, and that'll be 3 down. We'll go to the bottom of the seventh. It's still 1-0 SSG. Yeah, SSG didn't leave anybody on base because, well, they didn't get anybody on base. They've had 2 innings where they didn't leave anybody on base, and that was because the 1-2-3 guys went 1-2-3. So, we should have a new pitcher here and for SSG. Wait till the officially announced one. Yeah. Tim Mean will come in to pitch, and he is the guy that came over on in the trade with for Owan Suck with the KT. All right, it's bottom of the seventh. Thank you, whoever that was. Kangmin Ho will lead things off against Kim Min. 7 games, 6 innings, 2 holds, ERA of 0, 1.5 whip, 12 strikeouts per 9. Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. Annyeong, annyeong, annyeong ha seo. What is taking so long? B day. Today is B day, I guess. That what is going on? Why is this taking so long? I don't even remember what I said about the 2 Doosan starters. Is that is in there for a strike? What was my opinion on their starters? Let's check my notes. And that is low 1-1. I said Zach Logue, his numbers from AA and AAA were not good. His home run and walk rate are something to be concerned about. Yeah, I said that Zach Logue would not be good in the KBO. I said Cole Irvin should be an improvement from last year. Sounds pretty good. Yep. Imagine that. If only I would have had time to edit it and publish it. And here comes the 2-1 pitch. That's going to be chopped. Shortstop grabs it, throws across the diamond, and that is one away. Diaz will step in. Again, you have to realize that this Samsung lineup can tie it up with one swing pretty easily, especially in this tiny ballpark. As Diaz is 0 for 2 on the day, looks at ball one, and it's 1-0. 2 hits on the day and 2 walks for Samsung. And the 1-0 pitch misses inside. It's 2-0. Yeah. Is that what happened? She finally got here? And the 2-0 pitch is going to be a ground ball. Second baseman over to his left, grabs it, throws, and 2 away. Maybe that was it. Maybe he just wasn't right because he didn't have his good luck charm or something. I wondered, you haven't told me about how good the Ponson Weiss running club is. I figured you were going to be the unofficial spokesman, as that is in the dirts too. Gujauk. Gujauk doubled in his first at bat, walked in his second at bat, but he's been stranded both times. 194 on the season for the former captain. And in there for a strike, 1-1 now. Yeah, maybe. And go running after games. Just hopefully they run towards your house instead of away. And the 1-1, and that's low, 2-1. Yeah. Yeah, we know they ain't gonna do anything. You know they ain't running. And the 2-1. That's going to be chopped to the second baseman. And 1, 2, 3 goes the 4, 5, 6. We'll go to the 8th inning. It's 1-0 SSG. The little rentals. Yeah. They should be losing by a lot more. No need to sugarcoat it. They should be losing by about 4 to 5 runs. They have 2 hits. Obviously, you can see on their score they've had 4 base runners. They have 0 hits with runners on base. So we should have another new pitcher here for Samsung. Hanyu Sum will lead things off for SSG, the right fielder. Yeah, I don't know. I just have Well, the two I have, one of them has I have the eMarts one. Yeah, I think there's a UFO on that one, and then I have the Incheon one. Let's see. Baek Jung Hyun will come in. That's not right. Jake, not Jake. All right, we should be back here. Top of the eighth, Baek Jung Hyun on the mound. 5 games, 8 innings, 1 win, 2.25 ERA, and a .38 WHIP. Striking out over 11 per 9, ladies and gentlemen. He will face Hanyu Sung, Go Myung Jun, and E.G. Young. May just be in here to face Hanyu Sung, the left-hander. And the left-hander that's 2 for 3 as he fouls that one out of play in its own one. Singled in his first at bat, struck out in his second, and then single again in his third at bat. Again, 2 for 3 on the day. And in the dirt, 1-1. I wish I had off tomorrow. I have so much stuff to do and no time to do it. And that's going to be a ground ball right to the second baseman that throws over, and that is one away. Go Myung Jun will step in. He does stay in. And that is in the dirt. 1-0. And a swing and a miss there. 1-1. All right. Giants and Pirates. Chopped third baseman makes the scoop, throws, and that is 2 away. Very concerning play over there at third as he, instead of just getting in front of it and making the play, he tried to make it a little showy. The scoop and then the crow hop step. Again, you got to realize who's running. It's the first baseman's running as E.G. Young steps in and looks at ball one in the dirt, and it's 1-0. And the first baseman's running. There's no need to be all fancy with it. Just take your time, make the play, and don't try, because that's an easy way to make an error. Is that catches the top of the zone, and it's 1-1. And the 1-1 in there for a strike, 1-2. Why the Giants? Right, 1-2 pitch. And that's going to be lined into right field. He's going to cut it off, but he's got to have himself another base hit. Second hit of the day for him, a 4-3 groundout. He has the only RBI in the game, a double, a pop up to the pitcher or the first baseman, and now a single here puts him on base with a pinch run. Nope. He has had 3 multi-hit games in this series, and that pitch is in there for a strike. 0-1. Pak Sung Han. Why did I write Juan? It's Pak Sung Han. I can't even spell today. And that's in there for a strike, and it's 0-2. Now maybe he'll get a hit. And that's outside. Because, once again, left-handed batter, left-handed pitcher, 0-2 count. You've got to throw it in the other batter's box. Oh, E.G. Young over at first base. Pak Sung Han in as he's 1 for 3 on the day, and that misses high, and it's 2-2. Oh, that is the dumbest rule. Like, there's nothing you can convince me. All right, the 2-2 pitch sets up on the outside, and it's going to be a chopper. Shortstop grabs it, throws to second base, and the 6-4 putouts will end the 8th for SSG. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th. It's 1-0, ladies and gentlemen. 1-0. As they go 0 for 1 once again, and they've now left 9 runners on base. 9 runners on base. Left on base, I should say. Like, if you covered the runs up and looked at this game and 10 hits to 2 hits, you would think it was like a 4-0 game or a 5-0 game. Samsung will have their number 7 hitter coming up. Now, shootouts are awesome. I think they should just get rid of the whole extra innings thing and they just have a home run derby, a pitcher home run derby to determine who wins. Just, if you're gonna be stupid about it, you might as well just be full blown stupid. All right, Park Byung Ho will step in. Is Kim Min still out there? Nope, he is done. No Kyung Un will come in the pitch. There will be another one. No Kyung Un, 9 games, 8.1 innings, 3 holds, 1 save, 1.08 ERA, a .96 whip. Yeah, first pitch is a ground ball. Third baseman backhands it, throws across the diamond, and that is 1 away. 1 pitch, 1 out. All right, Kim Hun Gon steps in now. 1 for 2 on the day, but he again was picked off the one time he was on base. And that is a strike at the top of the zone, and it's 0-1. 1-0-1. And that misses way high. 1-1 now. No Young Un has been an absolute workhorse in the SSG bullpen. As that is going to be a ground ball back up the middle, and he is on base for the second time today. with his second hit. He's had 2 of the 3 hits for Samsung, and they've got the tying run on base. We'll see if he gets picked off again. That's going to bring up Kim Sung Yoon. Kim Sung Yoon 0 for 2 on the day. We'll see if he maybe even has a pinch hitter here. So Hanyu Sum is done. Chae Sung Min is in right field also. I'll get that change for you guys. And it just misses outside, and it's 1-0. Chae Sung Min is in right field. No. Kim Sung Yoon again 0 for 2 on the day. Flew out to center in his first at bat, a 4-3 ground out in his last at bat. And he fouls that one out of play, and it's 1-1. Nice bright pink glove for No Gyuan. No Gyuan. Sorry, my bad. Interesting. Apparently, fashion is not a thing. I was always told you don't mix red and pink together. But what do I know? I shop at Coupon. And the 1-1 throws over to first. And he's already been picked off once. Is he gonna make that mistake twice? I should be a Coupon fashion model. And the 1-1 pitch. That's going to be a little one hopper right to the shortstop. Throws not in time over at first. And it'll go down as a 6-4 put out. They'll switch spots in a beautiful play over there at shorts. Is he little short hops backhand, tosses to second base. They throw to first is not in time because he just has way too much speed. But they'll have a runner on first base, and they'll flip the lineup back over. As Park Sung Han has made a couple plays over there to really keep this game at a 1-0 game. Oh, EJ Hyun is goodbye. Oh, off the top of the wall. Kim Sung Hyun is going to come home to score. And just like that, it is a tie game. I thought that was gone. Oh my, especially in Samsung, and especially in Daegu, I thought that was crushed gone. That was off the wall, but nonetheless, that'll tie the game at 1, and that'll put a runner on second as EJ Hyun. He thought it was gone too. How yeah, I definitely thought that was gone. Obviously, I was getting ready to push the buttons. I was getting ready to push the homer buttons. This is what happens when you don't take advantage of the base runners you've got. That's the first hit Samsung has with runners on base. Samsung's offense is way too good to keep not putting the pressure on them. All right, that's going to bring up Ryuji Hyuk. He is 0 for 2 on the day, 5-3 ground out, a fly out to left, and he was hit by a pitch. 298 now for the utility infielder, as that is way upstairs, and it's 1-0 now. Okay. Umpire will clean off the plates. Make sure that the ABS system can see it, I guess. I don't know. All right, the 1-0. Get that baby to sleep, man. And that's going to be chopped foul, 1-1. Baby back behind home plate has been up, moving around this whole time. They're loving the action. .600 with runners in scoring possession. 6 for 10 for today's second baseman. That is going to be a little soft bloop to the shortstop. He'll make the play, and that's will be 2 away, but he'll move over to third base. He is now 90 feet away from the go ahead run. Off the 9 on the 99. You got a pitching change? That's 3 outs? Oh man, that was 3 outs. I had the out count wrong. My bad. Well, yeah. Sorry, dudes. I make mistakes too. So here I'm sitting yeah, they got a chance 30 and 90 feet away, but no. We will have a 1-1 game going to the ninth inning. SSG will have their 8-9-1 hitters coming up. Again, finally, they get a hit with a runner on base. I got all this stuff. There we go. All right, so will Bake J Young still be out there? 15 pitches for him. Yeah, Bake J Young is still out there. I bet they'll give Reyes or Rojas until at least the end of the month. They've got to send them down to the bottom league first. All right, Otegon steps in. He's 1 for 3 on the day. Looks at ball one there, 1-0. He singled in his last at bat, a pop up to the third baseman, and a 4-3 ground outs on his day. And the 1-0 is in the dirt, and it's 2-0. No other substitutions. Samsung still with their starting lineup in there. They're now on they're still on their fourth pitcher here is the 2-0, and that is right down the middle, and it's 2-1. So Wantain, not a good day out on the mound. 103 pitches, 5 innings, gave up 7 hits, 5 strikeouts, and 1 run, but he is saved by the bullpen and the inability of SSG to get some hits. As that is going to be a trouble as the center fielder goes, not able to make it. And Otegon is going to round second, and he's going to hold up at second. And he's got himself a leadoff double here in the top of the 9th inning. As I don't know why they were playing so far in on him. Like he is playing way in. He got a good jump on it, turned. He could have made the catch as it just missed his glove. But I am not sure why they were playing so deep on him. Oops. That'll bring up the number 9 hitter, Pak Ji Won. And here comes the sack bunts to try to move the runner over to third base. And they pop the bunt up. They've got to go to first, and that'll move them over. The sacrifice bunt goes down to the 2-4 putouts. That'll move them over with 1 out now in the top of the order coming up. 90 feet away. Not a good bunt. I don't know why he's going to get hurt trying to stretch that out like that. Oh, big bunt there. Now you got a runner 90 feet away, and they'll have a pitching change, it seems. No, maybe a little mound visit. You do have a lefty coming up. Nope, that'll be it for him. We'll have a pitching change as, yeah. Why? Why does? Why do I not have an error while loading it? Just realized that my Samsung logo was missing. There we go. I think it's fixed now. All right, coming in is going to be Im Chung Min. Im Chung Min will come in on the mound for Sammy Sungy. That means Big Jae Hyun will be at the mercy of the rest of this bullpen. Chae Ji Hoon steps in. He is 1 for 4 on the day. He does have a single. He'll have a righty up. Im Chang Min, 5 games, 4.2 innings, a 1 hold, 5.78.9 ERA, a 1.71 whip. And opponents are have a 1.114. Definitely not. My question is how are the White Sox were winning the were winning the Central last time I checked. So Chae Ji Hoon, he has 2 of the 4 game-winning hits for SSG on the season. SSG with 8 wins. He's hit in 2 of the RBIs to give them the win. That is way upstairs, and it's 1-0. The second baseman and shortstop are in on the field, on the grass. Obviously, they got to come home quickly. Otegon moves well enough to need a clean play, and here comes the 1-0 pitch. And misses badly, but it is in there for a strike. The ABS system doing what it's supposed to. He's calling strikes. Is Kang Min Ho set up over in the other batter's box, but he missed so badly that he caught the inside corner. And the 1-1 pitch sets up on the outside once again, and a swing and a miss there, and it's 0-2. Sorry, 1-2. Strikeout here would be huge. All right, here he does have 1 strikeout on the season. Sets up on the other batter's box once again, and he slaps that to the third baseman. He comes home, and he is safe as he just gets in. I believe he got in. We'll see the replay. There, obviously have to replay that. I mean, it was a good, like it was an easy play by the third baseman to come home, but the throw wasn't the best, and the Kang Min Ho's positioning at the plate wasn't the best either. I think he got his left hand in there. Ooh, might have got his uniform. Oh, I think he got his uniform. I think he got his uniform before his hand touched the plates. Again, as I'm looking, it looks like his sleeve is out here, is out, and he touches his sleeve. I think he's out. Yeah. Yeah, I definitely think he's out. And the KBO has a 3-minute time limit on replays. All right. I still think he's out. The other thing is he was called safe on the field. So 45 seconds left before they have to make a call. He was called safe on the field, so they have to be able to overturn it. I still think he's out. But again, I'm looking at just what it was. Safe. Uh, They take the lead on the fielder's choice. I think if he would have been out, I think if the umpire would have called him out, they would have kept the out. They would have kept him out. All right, Kim Sung Han steps in. All right, here we go. He goes. He's back to the pitcher, and he's gonna have to go to first base. And just like that, they've got a runner on in scoring position again, as he was off on the pitch. And that'll put a runner at scoring position once again as Heredia will step in. As they walk Heredia, and we'll have the Chase On Min, who took over defensively for Han Yu Sung. And now we've got a pinch runner. I'm not going to change that. What's up, Mary Kate? All right. Chase On Min steps in, hitting 333 on the season. And the first pitch is in the dirt, and it's 1 0. So runners on first and second now. Let's see. Jung Hyun Sung takes over on the base pass for Misses outside. 2-0. John. Oh, wrong button. And that just catches the inside corner, and it's 2-1. I think that's right. John Yun Sung. Yeah. John Yun Sung on first base for Heredia after the intentional walk. And here we go. 2-1 counts, 8 pitches from Im Chong Min, who took over for Baek Jae Hyun, who gave up the leadoff double. Again, the SSG has still not had a hit with runners in scoring position, as that is just misses at the top of the zone, and it's 3-1 now. All right, here comes the 3-1 pitch, and nope, we're gonna check on the runner over at second base. And the runner at second base, Chae Ji-hoon, is fast. He has plenty of speed as he is a center fielder. So a single will score him. And here comes the 3-1, and that's popped foul in a full count now, as fitting as we could possibly be. Oops. There we go. 3-2 pitch. Runners on first and second. They'll be off on the pitch. And he fouls it back. Another 3-2 pitch, because one is not enough. We want more. We want. Digs in with the fresh white cleats. The New Balance, I believe, New Balance versus New Balance here. And here comes the 3-2 pitch. Sets up on the outside, and he spins around to make Chae Ji-hoon run back to second. Very surprised that the New Balance has made a. No, those are Under Armours. I was wondering why they were wearing New Balance shoes when their official sponsor is Under Armour. And he once again steps off. And again, in the KBO, they do not have the 3 check rules like they have in the MLB. So you can you can step off as many times as you want, especially when you've got a pitch clock. As the batter calls time in there for a strike, but I believe the batters are allowed 2 timeouts, or yeah, maybe 1 per at bats. I don't know all of the new rules for this year. Chae Sang-min 1 for 3 on the season, and took over as a defensive replacement for Han Som in right field, and another check over. As this is absolutely ridiculous. He hasn't actually even attempted to throw to second yet. He hasn't even attempted like a motion to second. He just spins around and fakes just to get him to go back. As that is way outside and ball 4. He was in his own head at that point. In his own head at that point. So worried about the runner over at second that he forgot that he needed to throw strikes. Mound visit will be coming out, and I assume they're going to have a pitching change here, or are they just going to talk to him a bit? Looks like they're just gonna have a little talk with him. Says, "Hey man, would you just throw the ball? We've got dinner reservations at 9:30. Songun Baum is warming up in the bullpen, the smirk, as we affectionately call him. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is why I brought a second water. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, a full backup. I'm ready for extra innings. So Go Jun steps in. He doubled in his first at bats. Then a strikeout looking, a pop up foul to the that is lifted into the air, but foul, and it's 0-1. So doubled in his first at bat, struck out looking in his second at bat, popped up to the first baseman in his third at bat, and then a 5-3 ground out in his last at bat, which was last inning. Twice now he has batted in consecutive innings in this game, but yet SSG only has 2 runs. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. Just misses upstairs, 1-1. And they're 0 for 11 with runners in scoring position today. So even though they scored the run, it was both times that they've scored a run was on fielders' choices. And a swing and a miss there, 1-2. Obviously, he can see the camera right on him. All right, the 1-2 pitch. Way upstairs, 2-2. 143 on the gun. Kim Chong Min, 16 pitches, and now as he's come in for relief, he is responsible for all 3 runners on the bases. He got the ground ball that he wanted against Cheji Hoon, but wasn't able to get the tag down, and the 2-2 pops it foul, and we'll have another 2-2. Another one for you. Another 2-2. Any other games still being played? Just this one left. No. Yep. Oh, no. All right. The 2-2, and that's upstairs. 3-2. He looked like he didn't have very good footing whenever he landed and didn't follow through on that. The looks like the Kia Lotte game is in the bottom of the 8th because it's Lotte and they have no idea how to finish any game under 3 hours. All right, the 3-2 pitch sets up right down the middle. And he catches them looking, and they leave 3 more on. Left 12 on. They're 0 for 11 with runners in scoring position. We'll go to the bottom of the 9th. Samsung needs a run to stay alive, and we'll be back in just a second to see if they can do it. Leaving the bases loaded twice now. Twice they've left the bases loaded. Oh for 13 with runners in scoring position. 0 for 13. I don't know why they say 0 for 11 because that's not right. because Che Ji Hoon goes because I don't know why they're saying. All right, bottom of the ninth. Jo Byung Hyun out on the mound, the closer, 7 games, 7.2 innings, 3 wins, 1 loss, 2 saves, an ERA of 0. So Jun Hyung Sung moves into left field. Ote Gon takes over at first. I'm not going to change that stuff just because if we go to extra innings, I will change it. But all right, so Kim Young Un steps in and he looks at ball one. And that is in there for a strike on the inside corner, and it's 1-1 now. Kim Young Un, let me get my stuff all back up. 0 for 3 on the day. He's got himself a party trick, though. He's got himself a souvenir and a good old hat trick on the day. 3 strikeouts, and that is a ball up high. 2-1. All right, here comes the 2-1 pitch, 2-1 game, bottom of the ninth, and that is way high, 3-1. I believe he pitched yesterday. I believe that's what they were talking about a little bit earlier. He did pitch yesterday, 18 pitches. He got the win, 2 hits, 2 strikeouts. As here comes the 3-1 pitch, and that catches the bottom of the zone, and we have a full count to lead off the bottom of the ninth. And here comes the 3-2 pitch. Fouls it away. And we'll have another 3-2 pitch. All right, here we go. Sets up right down the middle, and he just catches the bottom of the zone. And congratulations, you have now upgraded your hat trick to the fabulous golden sombrero, ladies and gentlemen. A golden sombrero for the third baseman as he stares at strike number 3. How many strikeouts does he have on the season? He got a ton. And that is a strike at the bottom of the zone to Kang Min Ho. Kang Min Ho 0 for 3 on the day. Thirteenth in the league with strikeouts with 13. He's adding 4 there. He's got 17 strikeouts now, as that's way high, and it's 1-1. One pitch sets up down at the knees, and a beautiful little ball there, and it's 1-2. Kang Min Ho, a strikeout in his first at bats, lined out to the third baseman, and then a 6-3 ground out in his last at bats. The 1-2 sets up way up at the letters, and he fouls it straight into the umpire's mask as he knocks off his mask, and I believe the umpires will be Samsung trainer is over to check on him, as that was a shot right at the mask. He is still bent over. The other umpire's checking on him. It was right at the I don't know what the little flap parts. His ears seem to be ringing or something. Might have a concussion. That was a shot right off of the bat of Kang Min Ho. He says, I can finish. So 1-2 once again. He's checking his neck. Kang Min Ho, the catcher, is like, oh, sorry, dude. E.G. Young is grabbing Kang Min Ho's uniform and telling him to get in the batter's box. Little guys that wear a lot of gear having a little fun. And here comes the 1-2 pitch outside, 2-2. 152 on the gun from Joe Byung-hyun. He took over last year as the closer. And that is going to be a roped into left field. Is he going to turn? He's going to try for two. No, he's going to be called back to first. And he's got himself a 1-out single, and the tying run is now on base as he'll come out of the game too, as we'll have a pinch runner here and get somebody with a little bit more speed on the base pass for Diaz, as that was roped into left field. But the good thing that they made the decision to change for Otagon is over at first. Somebody is in left. I don't know who's in left now. Yeah, Diaz loves a good walk-off. Yang Do-gun is taking over for Kang Min Ho on the base pass. Yang Do-gun on the base pass for Samsung. Again, Diaz now steps in. He is 0 for 3 on the day, a 6-3 ground out, a 4-3 ground out, and a strikeout. Samsung has 1 hit on the day with runners on base, and that was an RBI, as that is in there for a strike at the top, right in the zone, and it's 0-1. Diaz, I believe, has 4 homers on the season. 14 pitches now for Joe Byung-hyun. 18 pitches yesterday as he checks over at first. I swear, Samsung is like, hey, who's the shortest guy in the draft? We want him. All right, here comes the 0-1 pitch. Inside, 1-1. You got to be thinking, again, he threw 18 pitches yesterday, gave up 2 hits, and did have 2 strikeouts to get the win. But a lot of these, especially these young guys, do not do well on 2 straight days of pitching. All right, here comes the 1-1 pitch. Sets up on the outside corner. Fouls it away. 1-2. Into the table seats. No, not if he's smart, but he doesn't seem to have his real solid control today. 246 on the season for the Samsung first baseman. All right, here comes the 1-2 pitch. Sets up on the outside once again. And that is ripped into the corner. That is going to probably score. as he is off to the races, rounding third. He is going to come home, and the throw not in time, and that ties the game in the bottom of the ninth as Diaz comes up big. And that is why you pinch run. And I think Diaz only has a single there. He is, again, they just have a ton of small guys. They're like, who is the fastest guy in the draft? Let's get him, and we will just use him to pinch run. Third base coach is already like halfway down the line. Oh man, he was. Diaz comes out of the game now, as they'll have another pinch runner here. Is again the issue you run into is the SSG had plenty of times to take the lead and run the score up, but 0 for what did I say? 0 for 13 with runners in scoring position. Pak Byung Ho. Oh, he is on second base. I thought he was on first, but he's on second. So as that catches the top of the zone, and it's 0-1 now. So a runner on second base is oh, they walked Gujauk. I was wondering why Pak Byung Ho was up. And the 0-1 misses upstairs, 1-1. Welcome back, CT. So Yoon Jung Bin is running now for Diaz. And a swing and a miss at a pitch in the dirt. At some point, the Samsung's got to be like, okay, Pak Byung Ho, I know you hit a lot of home runs, but you've got to be done. Pak Byung Ho on the day 0 for 3 with a strikeout, a pop up to the third baseman with runner in scoring position, and a 5-3 ground out. I love this angle, this view though, right here. All right, here comes the 1-2 pitch. Up high, 2-2. 21 pitches now. He's hit 4 walk-off home runs in his career. 408 total home runs. Again, a former Nexon hero. Might have been a QM hero, but it's also a KT Wiz. Is that's a swing and a miss at ball 3, and that is a big, big strikeout. I keep hitting the wrong button. All right, that's going to bring up Kim Hun Gon. He's 2 for 3 on the day with 2 singles, as that is upstairs, and it's 1-0. 24 pitches coming up for Jo Byung Hyun. A single should win it, as that is upstairs, and it's 2-0. And pitched yesterday, 18 pitches in yesterday's game, 24 now here in the ninth. He's already blown the save, trying to get away without getting a loss. 2-0 pitch just catches the outside corner, and it's 2-1. Him on going 2 for 3 on the day. He's 4 for 8 in this series. Again, this is the number 2 and number 3 team in the league. Welcome, Joe. Yeah, that's what happens when you get a hit with a runner on base. And the 2-1 upstairs, 3-1. I would hope so. It's the bottom of the ninth. Even if he hits a walk-off home run, it's still 2-5. All right, to the 3-1, and that's in there for a strike. And we will have a full count here. Runner on first, runner on second. They're going to be off now. Definitely a single will score as they're going to be off on the pitch. Sets up on the inside, the 3-2, and he pops him up. Shortstop under it, and that will be end of regulation. We will go to some extra innings, ladies and gentlemen. I will be right back. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the Kim Jae-yoon out on the mound, the Samsung closer, 6 games, 6 innings, 1 loss, 3 saves, 10.50 ERA. Yes, you heard that right. 10.50 ERA from their closer. And the first pitch in there for a strike. Oh, let's see. E.G. Young out on is stepping in for SSG. I'm trying to get this all fixed and situated, guys. If you give me a second, that is going to be a ripped foul, and it's 0-2. All right. There are a bunch of other changes. I will try to get them fixed and situated as we go. And the 0-2, again, slaps it foul, and it stays 0-2. Let's see. Yongdo Gun moves to second base. And he lifts that one. First baseman under it, which is Yuji Hyuk, who moved from second base to first base. And 1 away now. Sorry, again, those of you just joining, I am a one-man crew. I'm doing my best here. And that's in there for a strike at the bottom of the zone, and it's 0-1. Park Sung Han steps in, a 1 for 4 on the day. He had a single way back in the 6th inning, and a swing and a miss there, and it's 0-2. No, Lee Byung Hyun will take over and here. And that's gonna just miss the outside corner. He wanted it. All right, that's low, 2-2 now. I think I have the I think it's fixed and correct for Samsung. SSG's is not though. Is Jung Hyun Sung. And he pops him up. The catcher takes off his mask, but it gets out of play, and we'll have still a 2-2 count. Left field, Otegon is first. Means the pitcher is in the 5 spot. As that is ripped foul, and we'll have another one. Joe Byung. And time is called. All right, I think I got that fixed now. If you notice, the catcher or the pitcher is now in. They lost the DH when they put Jun Hyun Sung in left field. So the 2-2 pitch way outside, 3-2. Nice, lovely full count here in the 10th inning, because what would extra innings be without a walk? All right, so the 3-2 pitch, 11th pitch already done. Here comes the 12th, and that is going to be a ground ball. Second baseman grabs it, and just like that, 2 away. Two down now, and that's going to bring up Otegon. Otegon, the big double to lead off the 9th inning, came around to score. And a swing and a miss, and that's 0-1 now. Grabs his calf there as he might have hurt himself on that swing. All right, here we go. The 0-1 pitch sets up on the outside, misses, and it's 1-1. 1-1 in there for a strike on the inside corner, and just like that, so one more strike, and Samsung will have another shot to walk it off. Two pitch. Lifts it into the air, going deep, but the center fielder at the warning track, and that will be 3 away. We'll go to the bottom of the 10th. It's a tie game, 2-2. Second, second extra inning game of the week for me. Everywhere else is done. So I guess I'll go over that. So 7-2 is Hanwha. They get another win. That is 2 wins in a row, ladies and gentlemen, for Hanwha. I believe that's the first of the year. Lotte wins big 8-3 over Kia, though, to keep Hanwha in last place. Kiom loses 7-3 to LG. NC blanks KT 7-0. And then again, here we have a 2-2 game in the bottom of the 10th inning. Every game I've streamed so far this week has been a good one. Lotte did lose yesterday, but they ended up losing 3-1 and had the go-ahead run at the plate yesterday. And then obviously the bottom of the 11th walk-off hit in Tuesday's game. So we've got the bottom of the 10th out on the mound is Kim Gun-woo. 5 games, 7 innings, 1 win, 1 hold, 6.43 ERA. As I will get that change for you guys. Kim Gun-woo, the left-hander. All right. Samsung will have their 9-1-2 coming up. So Kim Sung Yoon will lead off here. He's 0 for 3 on the day, 355 on the season. He did score the tying run, the first tying run, and he almost gets hit there as that is ball one way up at his face. Okay. So a 6-4 ground out in his last at bat, but ended up being able to score on the double by EJ Hyun to tie the game in the 8th. As that is just outside, and it's 2-0. And the left-hander on the mound, the left-hander at the bats. And he breaks his bats, and it's foul, so he will get himself a new piece of wood and donate that to the campfire kids. Right off the handle. A absolute look of shock. Spray some pine tar on there, and here we go. Interesting that the SSG pitcher has a red or a blue glove, a Samsung blue glove. It almost looks like Kim Kwon-hyun's or Kim Kwon-hyun's motion that is on his glove on the webbing. All right, here comes the 2-1 pitch, and that runs inside, and it's 3-1. In the KBO, they can tie. The KBO only goes 11 innings. So after 11 innings, it's over. And the 3-1 pitch in there for a strike on the outside, because again, what would extra innings be without a full count, ladies and gentlemen? Right, the 3-2 pitch. And it chopped foul. We'll have another one. More. Yeah, you're telling me, man. I work a full-time job before I come home and stream. All right, the 3-2 pitch, and it hits him. He is not somebody you want on base. He will be running. It's just a matter of how many pitches until he does. Well, he almost hit him 3 times. Oh, and that he doesn't wear any gear. He's straight up 80s. Yeah, I get up at 6:30 to prep for whatever stream I'm doing, go to work a full 8 hours, and then come home and stream some more. Yeah, I believe his hand, he injured his hand or his finger or something. All right, so that's going to bring up a bunt, ladies and gentlemen. EJ Hyun will, despite the fact that despite the fact that you lower your chance of scoring a run by bunting here, on a guy that has obviously control issues today, you bunt. Not like I just, it's like these guys have never ever once looked at a statistic that lowers your chance by 4% of scoring a run by bunting with a runner on first and nobody out. He already hit a double that scored the game tying run in the 8th inning with a runner on first. You got a fast guy at first, give him a chance to run, give him a chance to steal a base. And here comes the 0-1 pitch. Bunts it into his foot, and now it's 0-2, and now you've got a swing. I don't know what the hell the Samsung manager is upset about. He's the idiot that called for the bunt. He's the idiot that called for the bunt. This is why I would never ever believe that Korea and the KBO could ever 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 win an international tournament. Right here. Their managers are just dumb. The 0-2, and that's upstairs. 1-2. Plus, his song is awesome. All right, the 1-2 pitch. Way outside, and it's 2-2. Yeah, but I can't play it. That's the thing, is even if I had the space to do the music, I wouldn't be able to play it because again, Samsung songs you can't play. All right, while they're doing a little pitching mound visit, I usually don't say this, but there's probably some new people checking out the stream. Please make sure you like the stream. Also subscribe because I do every day. I pick a game, I do the game, and yeah, I've been doing this for 4 years now. I live in Korea. I live right by the baseball stadium. I know the players, I know the teams, I know the country, I know the league, everything about it. And I know that there's a 2-2 pitch coming up here as he sets up inside right at the waist, but they're going to throw her to first instead. So I stream every single day that there is a game, and I will be starting a weekly show coming up in 2 weeks after all the teams have played each other at least one time. And the 2-2 swing and a miss, and that is a big strikeout. And that's going to bring up Ryuji Hyuk. Ryuji Hyuk, hit by a pitch himself, is one at bat, and the other ones have been over 3. Seconds. No, I do not bet. And that misses outside at 2-0 now. Uh, so what I will say, and other people have asked me, if you say what you're doing and I understand what it is, I actually don't know a lot of betting lingo. I will be like, oh, yeah, that's fine. That's what I would do. That's about as far as I go. The 2-0 as that is a ripped foul and it's 2-1. Once I start my weekly show, though, I'll I'll go into more statistics that you guys probably don't get since you can't read Korean. Where I talk more about like the pitching matchups, how they've done in the past against these teams, other pitchers that are of similar style, and how they've done, key players and things like that. And then who I think will win. I'll say win the series. Uh, that's about as in depth as I'll get. I don't want to turn into a gambling guy or a guy that people go to for gambling advice, as that is hits him, but he fouls it into his leg, and that'll be 2-2. Uh, the KBO is so unpredictable. It is so unpredictable that's getting into that is not something I want to do. All right, the 2-2 pitch sets up on the outside corner, but throws over to first and almost throws it into the netting back behind first. Good thing I brought that extra water. I knew it was happening, guys. I knew it was happening. All right, and easily checks back over and he makes a couple steps. Is he wearing glasses with sunglasses over his glasses? I'm pretty sure he is, as that is gonna just go foul. And a backhand play by the ball boy. Let's all give it up for the ball boy. Makes a nice little snag down the line over there. Reminds me of the Hanwha ball boy that got in the way, hit his chair, and ended up being a double instead of an out. All right, the 2-2 pitch, 17 pitches, 18th pitch coming up for Kim Gun-woo. Sets up on the outside in the dirt and another full count. Kim Young-un on deck. Already has 4 strikeouts today. I've only streamed one game ever where somebody had 5, and that was Hanwha Peraza, I believe, had 5 strikeouts last year. All right, here we go. 3-2 on the outside, and that is ball 4. And now the tying or the go ahead run, that we could actually call it the winning run at this point, is now 90 feet away. This is where Hanwha would get picked off at first, despite that run meaning absolutely nothing. All right, Kim Young Un struck out in his first at bat, struck out in his second at bat, struck out in his third at bat. To change it up a little bit in his fourth at bat, he struck out looking, and that is strike 1, 0-1. Strikeout, 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 looking. And here comes the 0-1 pitch. That's up on the outside, and that's in there for a strike, and it's 0-2. Have to think that he's going to waste a pitch a little off the plate. You don't want to try to go too far outside, just because this is the 10th inning. A reliever that's already walked a guy and hit a guy. Sets up way up the letters and throws it up high, and it's 1-2. 22 pitches and now for Kim Gun-woo with just 1 out. Here we go, the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss and strikeout number 5 on the day, ladies and gentlemen. The Olympic rings, I believe that is called. He gets an Olympic medal. 5 strikeouts in 1 game. Congratulations on the medal. That means you are exempt from girls holding up a Kim Jong-un towel, for those of you not actually watching the game, holding up, and her friend next to her just takes it and is like, no, he struck out 5 times today. That is ball 1. Yang Do-gun took over on the base pass for Kang Min-ho and was able to come home and score on the double by Diaz. That is outside, and Yi Ji Young tried to frame it, but you can't frame it whenever the ABS system calls the strikes. 125 on the season for Yang Do-gun, but a big scoring from first base, and that is going to be a shot into the outfield. They're going to have a play of the plate, and the throw is awful, and that will be a walk-off. What the heck? Two walk-offs today, or this week already, is what happens when you go 0 for 13 with runners in scoring position. 0 for 13 with runners in scoring position is SSG, as the Samsung walks it off in the 10th inning after they have one guy strike out for the 5th time, and then they get the walk-off hits on a horrible throw from right field. And yeah. Let me double check my stuff there. That is 8 now. It does say 9th inning there, but again, the thing is he's left-handed, so he's got to throw back across his body instead of having a right-hander in right field. So, but yeah, I mean, whew, I love walk-offs. They're amazing, especially whenever I'm not cheering for any team. But I am wearing my Samsung Lions uniform today, so there we go. But yeah, so again, this game was the rubber match of the series. Yesterday's game was SSG won in 11 innings, 3-1. So these two teams are 2nd and 3rd in the league, so it was promising to be a good game. They both had their Korean aces on the mound. They kind of pitched like aces. Kim Kwon-yeon did definitely pitch much better than Won Tae-in. Kim Kwon-yeon, 6 innings, 100 pitches, 60 for strikes, 2 hits, 2 walks, 8 strikeouts. He was in line for the win, but Won Tae-in, 5 innings, 103 pitches, 7 hits, 1 walk, and 5 strikeouts. He did give up the 1 earned run. But really, I mean, the story of the day, the story of the game, the reason why SSG was even in extra innings was their inability to do anything once they had runners on base. They left 12 runners on base. Real quick calculation. So they had 4 hits with runners on base, 7, 10, 14, So they were 4 for 18 with runners on base, but they went 0 for 13 with runners in scoring position. 0 for 13 with runners in scoring position. Again, they left 12 runners on base. If you look there, they had 11 hits, 3 walks, so that's 14. 2 of them scored, that's 12. Uh, maybe they, yeah, so yeah, they did hit into one double play. Absolutely awful. Awful situational hitting from SSG. Samsung, they just did enough. They were able to get hits whenever they needed to. Again, they didn't have a hit again with runners on base the uh until the double that tied the game in the bottom of the eighth. That was the first time they even had a hit with runners on base. Then from there, they had a hit, and then the next hit with runners on base was, guess what? The tying run in the bottom of the ninth. And then once again, they get another hit with runners on base. They had 3 hits today with runners on base. All 3 of them scored a run. They had that's the difference in the game, is the fact that Samsung was able to pitch when they really, really needed it. Sam's or SSG left the bases loaded twice in the game, and they left 2 runners on once. So uh, horrible situational uh, hitting from SSG. The bullpens, they pitched well. I mean, you gave up 1 run in 5 innings from your bullpen, and you think at that point you've got to think that you're going to win. SSG gave up obviously gave up 3 runs from their bullpen, but the bullpens played well. Really, the defense looked good. That there was nothing that was like that made you think about the defense. I think you were actually watching KBO defense. Besides that last throw that was nowhere near the plate. So overall, an absolutely awesome game. A thought it was a big 2-run shot, but it was not a 2-run shot. No homers, surprisingly. I don't know how many times I've ever streamed a Samsung in a Samsung game where they were in Daegu that did not involve some home runs. So thank you guys for tuning in once again. As I will say, I will be back tomorrow to stream the Hanwha versus Kium game, because it should be Hyunjin versus Yasuo Puig, the battle of the former Dodgers facing each other for the first time, I believe, since they were teammates together. So I will be streaming that, and I believe Yasiel Puig actually leads off for Kium. So the very first batter is going to be it. I'm hoping Ryunjin just throws one right at him, just for the heck of it. So thank you guys for tuning in, and as always, until next time.